is also related to that controversy. So couple of days back, let me maybe go to my profile, right? And yeah, so if I come here, let me see if I can find the post. Just bear with me for some time because that is very important that we kind of share this. Oh, by the way, a lot of our students pass this time. We teach higher papers, so people are at senior level. Sometimes they are not comfortable in sharing their name, and we are not going to pressurize them for sharing their name. But few people who did, like this time, Tirth cleared SP2. He was comfortable in sharing his name. Dheeraj used to report to me in Sun Life, right? Not report to me. Dheeraj was working with me. Dheeraj was always reporting to someone else, but Dheeraj was working with me. All my projects, Dheeraj was there. So for SS7, he cleared SS7. There is another person who cleared SS7. I'm not going to name her. There's one person who cleared CP3 this time, but also I has, as I mentioned, increase the passing percentage, right? So I believe some of my credit could also be given to II, right? And I have to admit that unlike other coaching center, actual coaching center, I'm not going to say that this is the percentage 100% passing, because I believe some credit goes to II as well, right? Few of my students are not that well prepared, yet they cleared, right? Uh, you know, I was discussing after the exam, I discussed a couple of the doubts they had, and based on that conversation, I can say that few were not well prepared. Still, they clear, and that is not good. That is not good for the actual profession. But that is just goes to show that the industry is giving lower importance to paper now, right? Industry saying, yeah, that's a basic criteria, just get it over with, right? That will show that you have some basic IQ, and remaining you have to learn on job, which is good, which I believe is going to benefit the industry instead of getting stuck in papers. You should, anyone who has some decent knowledge should clear, but it should not be that anyone who do not have clear, maybe some knowledge is clearing the paper as well. I saw a post by by someone who was saying that I just took the paper for experience and I got highest mark in SP2, I believe, right? So I think these are something that the institute has to kind of rectify, because you cannot just pass everyone, right? So you have to maintain the decorum, discipline, but at the same time you can make it slightly easier, because at the end of the day, the knowledge that you are learning in the books is outdated, right? And all those concepts are kind of what I wrote here. Busting eight actual meets, and like there's a there is a discussion about 1 crore package and the marks. I've seen people saying, writing in their profile, AIR 1, 2, 3. Now, believe me, when I get a CB, I'm not going to look into AIR 1, 2, 3. Your knowledge matters, right? There are many people, like, I mentioned someone just took the exam of SP2 for fun, and that person got all India rank 1 in II, but that person may not be that good in SP2, right? So if you are AIR 1 and also you have thorough knowledge on the subject, that is nothing like it, right? There is nothing like it, right? So that's perfectly fine. But if you do not have knowledge and you have still got good marks, or maybe rank, then that's an accident. Right? That's by luck, and luck will run out sooner or later, right? So when I kind of shared this, there is a the appointed actuary of Canara HSBC, Mr. Akshay Dhand. He made a sarcastic comment, and initially when he made a sarcastic comment, I also thought that, yeah, I have worked in Canara HSBC. I have interacted with him a couple of times, and he's like that. He's a very dynamic personality, very jovial in nature. So I thought that's, yeah, he's making a sarcastic comment. That's absolutely fine. I also he just pointed out to this, like, I am in a temporary LinkedIn break, and I'm actually in a temporary kind of temporary LinkedIn break. But every day as I get so many messages that once I was not checking LinkedIn for 30 days, and then there were so many messages saying that you are not reading my message, and some were very rude actually. So what I do now, that every other than the weekends I can check at different time, but other weekends I check my LinkedIn message at the end of the day when I was just on bed about to sleep. I check my LinkedIn messages and see if there is something I need to reply. Sometimes recruiters are also sending messages, so I also have to check that, right? And also respond to them accordingly. Now, when that happened, right? So I thought it was a sarcastic and normal message, and I let it just let it go. But then I saw that there are a couple of people from Canada HSBC coming and making not sarcastic, but they are trying to troll me. As for example, there was a person there, Srishti. Out of all the people in Canada HSBC, I had some interactions with her. I have never worked with her, but I like that person as a and she there was and I still have WhatsApp message or LinkedIn message when she reached out to me looking for a job, and I tried my best to help. In fact, I also referred her CV in Sunlight. She was not selected at a later point of time, but then I tried to help in whatever way I can, right? And I saw that she's also trying to troll me. So when this happened, I did not want to engage in uh, battle of words. So I let it go. But what my team did, obviously, if you write something like that, and people who are close to me are obviously going to react to that. And I felt what could have been more professional would if why Mr. Akshay Dhan do not agree with me, if he can just post about that, and then we also get to learn something, and it's a different perspective as well, right? Like someone also commented in that post that I don't agree with you, and I feel that that is normal, right? That and I would prefer if someone can write why, right? So then I can also learn from that. Like this is the reason, this is where I'm wrong, right? So it's a good learning for all of us. Healthy discussion, healthy disagreements are absolutely fine, and that is what we look for. But somewhat something that I do not stand for is trolling, and I'm zero tolerance against trolling. So what I saw was, people from Canada HSBC particularly are coming and kind of trolling, right? And there is a reason for that, and that is where I was, kind of showing this video to you, first impression and last impression. I already made a video on that, and you can check this video where I discussed about my experience in Canada HSBC. Canada HSBC is the company where I stayed the least. I only stayed 8 months. Once again, if you go back to my profile, you can see that, right? Let me maybe open this, right? So you can see that SBI Life I've stayed for 2 year 4 months, great experience, right? AXA reasonable experience. AIG once again a great experience, right? But if you see here, Deputy Manager Canada HSBC, I have stayed only for 8 months, right? Because I did not like the culture there. Now, once again, just because the culture did not suit me does not mean that the company is bad, right? That is not what I'm trying to incline to or imply in any way. It just did not suit me. It's the people there, the way they used to talk or troll, or maybe for the lack of a better word, the conversation with them was tough for me. So that's why the culture did not suit me, and I felt that I have to kind of leave this company soon, and which I did, right? You probably heard me mentioning about Sun Life multiple times, and Sun Life is the company where I've learned the most, where I've grown the most, and some of the experience that I've had here, I have also, some of the knowledge that I've had in Canada HSBC, I've also was able to apply in Sun Life, and I've grown a lot more. So my knowledge level in Canada HSBC and my knowledge level now is drastically different, because I've incorporated all the feedback, right? And that is what I have mentioned here as well, right? You can check this video of around 11 minutes, right, to understand what happened. And I feel that once again, that same culture was being repeated. Probably people think that, maybe I have same knowledge level or I am at same level designation wise. But right now, if you see, I'm working at a very senior level. I'm working as an associate director. I head a team, and we are trying to improve. Obviously right now we cannot hire freshers, but we are in future we are going to do that. This role is for answering access related queries, right? And I just did a uh, training in the north of India. So if you are a access user in the northern side of India, uh, you probably have already seen me deliver the training, right? So I believe that that kind of shows that I have grown from the level that I was in Canada HBC. Now, if people think that I'm still in that level and they can come and bully me, irrespective of my level, bullying or trolling, these are not acceptable at all. And what happened is my team got furious with that post, with the sarcastic post, because that is where everything started. And they, kind of made a, what can I say? They also sort of made a trolling post, which is this. Let me, kind of come back to this. And I was not kind of observing this, but they also, kind of made a post on this. So let me, please bear with me, because I think this is very important for us to discuss as well, right? So they made a post saying, uh, where is the post? Yeah, this one, right? So they made a post saying that it is very, kind of important for people to understand, because this was the comment he made. I thought you were on LinkedIn break. Obviously, he was not trying to kind of mention that I was LinkedIn break. Just did not agree with what I wrote, and he was trying to troll me, right? And his team members also was kind of doing the same. So I understood that, and then I don't want. I have enough things to do in my life. I have enough busy, or more than busy than I would like myself to be. I have to find some time for myself to do some other activity. So whenever I see some this sort of distasteful comment, I have the simple approach: block, right? So because there is no point in maybe trying to reason with someone who is not going to see that reason. So I just simply block people. So now if you go to this post, now if the post that I just kind of showed that to you, so now people will not be able to see that post because I blocked all these people, right? Because I don't want unnecessary controversy in that post, because that post was meant for something else. But what my team did is, they kind of took the screenshot of that, and they tried to kind of link it with a business angle as well. Like sometime you need to read the instructions, because this is what I've mentioned. The keyword you missed is temp. Like he pointed out that I am on a temporary LinkedIn break, but he missed the word temp. So that is what I meant. That is what I kind of pointed out. So at this point of time, I was still thinking that he was making a sarcastic or jovial comment. But then his team members, like you can see the 6 likes. So all the 6 likes were from Canada HBC people only, right? So I realized that, and then Srishti also made a absurd comment. So I also realized that this is what is going on, right? After some time, once again, I check my messages and everything, right? Notifications at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, I did, I did block every one of them. But at that point of time, I had no idea that my team has, kind of posted this, right? Otherwise, I did not want further controversy. I would have told them that, probably do not do this, but they have already done that. And, so this was taken negatively by a few people. And I think the team also posted about the both side of the story here, right? But probably people have not seen that. So, and then the controversy dragged on till I, kind of mentioned that please, kind of do not create that controversy. We are not here. Our LinkedIn page is not supposed to do something like that. It is not for people to sit with popcorns and eat the popcorns, right? So that is where I felt that it should be kind of stopped, right? And that is, I think the team has also agreed with that, and we have not kind of made any further post on that. We're not going to reply any further on this as well, right? However, an important point that has to be noted is when I was in Canada HBC, I faced bad culture there. I left. Immediately after leaving, also they created one WhatsApp group. I still have screenshots from that group where everyone else was admin other than me, and once again they were trying to somehow bully me in some manner. I did not. I let it go. This is the third occasion. I'm also letting this go. I don't want to kind of, because as I mentioned, I'm more busy in my life. But 3 times is the only time, as per my principles, that I let things go. If things escalate beyond this, and sometime, blocking also help, because people would not come and make absurd comments like this. This sort of comment will not happen in future, because I've already blocked them. But if things escalate beyond this, if the fourth time this thing happened, then I have to take action against them, because I cannot let this go, right? Because if you do not do something when something wrong is happening to you, then also you are equally guilty. Right? That is what we have learned in Gita and every other. I think that's a very important learning. So I think this is like, if you are listening to this, if you are also maybe in part of Canada HSBC, just share this video with your people, so that they also understand that I'm serious now. Three times this has happened. First time, bad culture, nothing, no problem, right? Because did not suit me, that's fine, right? It can happen to me, it can happen to you as well, that's fine. Second time, that WhatsApp group, I thought that was very below the belt. Still, I let it go. I still have that, group, I think, and screenshot, I exited the group. I let it go, right? And this is the third time. So I don't have any personal grudge against Canada HSBC, because I do not have, did not have that good experience. But if someone from Canada HSBC have some grudge with me, right? And if I cannot just continue to ignore that, right? So I think that is the full background, which is very important for anyone who kind of, under did not understand the controversy, and why it is happening, why someone is reacting like that. So as for example, someone who has written here that this is in bad taste, he probably did not know the full story, right? And also what happened in this company is like, energy people uses profit, and there are only two or three companies in north of India who uses profit. One is Max Life, one is UI, right? UI, the India vertical, right? I don't remember any other company. There might be a couple of more companies, MetLife as well, three companies, right? So what happens that people actually move from Canada HSBC, you can only move to these companies. There are no other option, as compared to maybe like these days, there are more Axis users in the north of India, right? And it is growing. So people from only those companies are coming and defending without knowing the full side of the story. So for your perspective, you should know the entire picture. You cannot just form a judgment based on one screenshot. You should know the entire picture. Otherwise, you are going to make wrong judgment. And the second thing is that as I mentioned, right? So this is not something that has happened for the first time, and a reaction has been made on that. This is the third time, right? So the fourth time, it would not be like that. Any Tom, Dick, and Harry can be social media warriors, right? But if you have problem with me, then discuss this with me. I am always ready to discuss, and I can also improve on that. But next time, I'm not going to, kind of be this silent about this. Next time, this would be a big issue, and probably the unnecessary issue, right? But I'm not going to let this, or let the next time go, as simply as that, right? So next time, it would not be with my team. It will be me versus whoever is doing that, ultra nonsense thing, right? Because I have also worked very hard to reach the level that I have reached, and I work at a fairly kind of senior level. So I don't believe in any fighting. But if you push me, then obviously I have to push you back. That's how it works, right? So I hope the entire picture is clear. And for the candidates who believe in us, thanks for showing your, maybe faith. And who do not agree with us, that is also fine, right? Absolutely fine. You can share why you do not agree with us. Both are fine, right? And as I mentioned, if you do it in a civilized manner, we also will learn from that. But if you do it in the manner of trolling, passing sarcastic comment, bullying, then we are not going to stand for that, right? Then we are going to have to take action against it. So that's it. I hope you get clearer on that. There are a couple of beautiful courses that we are planning, and you are going to see that, right? And also, if you have not registered for CP3, CP2 till now, those are the papers that you can do in 1 month or 1.5 months. You can just go to the description section, and you can visit the actual courses, right? You can even do trading related courses. So all those are present in our, kind of website. SP2, SA2, we have started the live mentoring of SA2 for the India one. That registration is open, but for IFO UK, we have closed that, right? SP1 is the new paper that we have added. So all those papers have been added. There are 5 or 6 papers, I believe, and we are going to add the lower papers from December right? So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the knowledge related to the free knowledge that is available in our YouTube channel. And yeah, hopefully we'll meet soon and maybe also work soon, right? So see you in future videos. Please hit like, share, subscribe, and yeah, that's it. I hope you had a good actual career and actual journey.